Okay, we're ready to start our cover now. And I've cut a 4 7/8 by 6 7/8 inch panel of this beautiful teal and brown plaid. And then we've got our corner piece that we fussy cut out and set aside. And then we've got these two border pieces. So I want to show you very quickly how I layered this up. This is going to go right along here, and I know there's a little gap there, but you're not going to see it when we're done. And then across the top, I want to take, and I need to trim this up. I can see a little raggedy edge. Here we go. And I'm just going to align these. And this is the quick and easy way to bevel a corner. See how I've overlapped these? I'm going to put my scissor in this corner and cut to the other corner. Now look what happens. They meet up beautifully, okay? And if you want, you can take this little piece and patch it in down here where we had that little gap. All right? And no one's gonna notice when this is all done, I promise you. So there is this piece, and this is beveled here. Then we need to do the same thing on this side. So I'm going to line this up, mark with my pencil, and if you wanted to cut another whole piece, you could. I just don't like to waste paper. Really funny that way. All right. So this is like this, then this is going to meet it right here. And we're just going to do that same thing where we make a square corner and cut from corner to corner. We've got a little gap, but I put an embellishment there and you never know it. And then this little guy goes right here, and that's where our buckle goes. So what I'm going to do is add, I'll show you how I do this. I'm just take the tiniest dab of adhesive. Well, first I want to ink all these edges. So once all your edges are inked, because you can't ink them after the fact, just add a little dab of adhesive, because this has to be open to be able to make it act like a frame. And also I'm going to be stitching, and my sewing machine does not like it when I stitch through adhesive. It gets rather put out with me. And I know this looks all piecemeal right now, but you honestly, when it's done, you're going to be amazed at how good it looks. Trying to keep everything straight. See, I'm just putting the tiniest dot there just to hold it in place so it's easier for me to sew. Oops, that's right, this has to go up. So now I'm going to go stitch, and I'm going to stitch around this outer edge, this inner edge, and this edge. And that will hold things in place. And then we'll be able to slip this beautiful chipboard frame back behind, and it just creates such great dimension. See how that's going to work? So let me go stitch this. I'll be back. You're still with me. Here's the stitching. We've got this gap. I know that's bothering you, but you're going to see it's going to be fine. And we left this completely open, like a pocket almost. And I just want to get in here a little better with my ink. Our chipboard frame, I've added Scrapbooking 3L foam dots on the back. And we're going to position this just like that. Then for the insert, I've done a double layer of these same scrapbook adhesives foam dots. And this is going to go right in the center, just like that. Now it's time to add some charms. I'm going to use the word genuine because I didn't have authentic. I'm just going to ink this up. Okay, and we need to add some foam to the back of this. This is what I do. Here's a great tip. This is not trash yet. There's a lot of good sticky on there. So I'm going to take my scissors. You see that? And that's all adhesive. Why throw that away? I'm going to take part of this off because I want to overlap our frame. And see, that makes it even by having nothing on the one side, and that'll stick in a minute. Then we have this great steampunk charm. And I'm going to run a little snip I'm going to fold this ribbon so I can get it through a little hole right here. And this is going to go just like this. And you see how it covers up our gap perfectly? So that has to make you really happy right now. I'm just going to take my scissor and snip along the word Excelsior so that this can sit nicely right there. This is Art Institute. This will bond metal as well. You just have to be patient, which sometimes I'm patient. Here's a great little trick. These little binder clips are a great little tool to have on hand in your studio because you can use them to hold things in place until the glue sets up. Then down here we want to add our buckle. So make a pencil mark. Come in with your punch. Set your buckle. Add your brad. There's that. And then we're going to take our ribbon. Run the ribbon through the little buckle. Bring it out like this. So I've just doubled over this burlap string. I'm going to tie it around my ribbon. just like this, and then add a bow. Trim the ends. And I know those ends were long, but it's easier to work with long ribbon than short ribbon. Then you can come in and, this is a bit big. Oops. Adjust that. Trim it again. Now here is where we trim the ends on this. And then to secure it, so it doesn't flop around, I take just a little bit of hot glue in between the base. It's right there, just a dab. And then press that in place. Hold it for a second so it'll set, and then this part will move, but the whole thing won't swivel around like crazy. All right, now we need to add our gears. Let's see what we like. Of course, this will have to set up before I can add it to the cover, but I think you've got the basics of how to make this now, so you should be good. Cluster those together. And that glue will dry clear. This one doesn't want to stay. Sometimes I do this. You don't want to use hot glue because the weird thing about hot glue is metal. It doesn't work well with metal, but if you've got your permanent adhesive down, you can use hot glue kind of as a temporary fixative. I'm going to pull this pinstripe border from the paper collection, and you're just going to run it from here to here. My craft knife and my ruler. With a little ink. Try to keep this straight. Looks pretty good. Classy. And then if we want to add a few more gears over here, that could be fun. So tuck that under. A little bit of this burlap string. So this is fun. You twist it. Let it kind of roll back on itself. And just pull to make a knot. So it kind of looks like a pocket watch. And take one of these guys. It's the details that take me forever, people. But I love the details. All right, that glue needs to set up, but basically we're done. So I hope I've shared some tips and tricks with you, some ideas and techniques that you'll be able to use in your own crafty adventures. If so, I would love to hear from you in the comment section below. If you haven't already subscribed to my blog, I sure would love to have you along for the journey. I respond to every comment I receive, and I really love my followers. So that's it. This Graphic 45 Proper Gentleman card folio, start to finish, and go get your craft on. I'm gonna. Bye.